Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We got the wild card teasers. Just a note, live call-in show Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Be there. Let's get this money. First game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Bucks. Right now, it's Tampa minus 8.5. I'm going to bring that down to Tampa to minus 1.5, and I'm rolling with it. I don't want to reinvent the wheel, and we've been riding Philadelphia this whole year. We never really underestimated them. Everyone wants to throw bricks at Hurts, but Hurts is better than people think. But I just think Philly's overmatched in this game. Look at the team's wide receiving cores. Which wide receiving core do you trust more? Which offensive line do you trust more? And then which quarterback do you trust more? And not hating on Hurts, but when you got Brady walking into a playoff game at home, it's just too big a mountain to overcome. And I love what this Philadelphia Eagles defense has done this year, especially their defensive line. But I don't know if their defensive line can change and affect this game. Tampa Bay's offensive line, yes, they had some rocky games week 13 through 16, but I think they come out. I think they run the ball. I think Tampa has run-pass balance. That's why this minus 1.5 doesn't scare me at all. Now, I would not be surprised if Philly makes this closer than people think. Everyone think it's going to be a cakewalk and Tom Brady's going to win like 40-10. No, it's not going to be that easy. It's going to be a dogfight. They're going to have to work for it, but minus 1.5 is more than enough. I think Tampa Bay wins like 6, 7, 8 points. I'm going Tampa Bay, not trying to reinvent the wheel. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. New England is +4. I'm knocking that New England +4 up to New England +11. And when I'm looking at this game, I think it's going to be the closest game of Wild Card Weekend. I really do. I really think this game is decided by a field goal, and we're seeing this weather every single day. The weather forecast gets colder and colder. Now it's going to be 0 game time. It might even be colder than that mini against Seattle game a couple years back. I'm looking forward to it, man, and I think New England, they're going to try to run the ball. We've seen Matt Jones play fall off. Like against the Colts, I actually didn't think he played that bad because he dropped 3 or 4 dimes 30 to 40 yards down the field, and that's something you have to tip your fedora for, even when he had the picks. But with the cold weather, is Mac's arm going to hold up? But that brings us to another matchup. This Bills front 7 versus the Patriots run game. And I think Patriots are going to run it early. They're going to run it often. And I think once it gets to the late second quarter, early third quarter, that's when they start getting success. That's when they go 4, 5, 6 yards. And that leaves Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs turning into icicles on the sideline watching the New England Patriots run it on the Bills front 7. Now, I'm not saying the Bills aren't going to win this game by any means, but I think this is a close game. I think Josh Allen spends far too much time on the bench, and you're looking at a New England Patriots defense that hasn't been good enough the last 3 weeks. And I know the hoodie's going to go in that locker room, and he's going to challenge them. And I'm curious to see what happens. I'm curious to see what this Bills O-line does against this amoeba front. The Patriots front, they come at you in waves. It's a different scheme every game. But my matchup is Matt Judon against the right tackle. I would not put Matt Judon on that left side. I'd put him on the right side and let him work. And I think the Bills got a weakness in that position. And I think eventually New England will get to Josh Allen. And I don't count on the Bills having run-pass balance. I know they did it against the Jets, and I know they did it against the Panthers, but those are different type of teams. Those are different type of outfits. And this is a playoff game with everything on the line. And listen, I'm not one to throw the Bill Belichick pixie dust in the air, but I think we see a response. I really do. Even though we saw that Miami one coming, and I told you guys all week it was a money pick with Miami, I do think we see a different Patriots team this week. New England +11, put it on the teaser. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. San Fran is +3. I'm bringing that San Fran +3. I'm bringing San Fran +10. And it's the same fundamentals as the New England game. San Fran, they have to run it. They have to keep Dak off the field. If San Fran doesn't show up, yes, they could get blown out of this game. Yes, Dak could go off for 350, 370 against this very unathletic secondary that the 49ers possess. But I think the 49ers run the ball. I think they control time of possession, and I think they limit the mistakes of Jimmy G. Yes, we're going to get one interception from Jimmy G. Okay? We're going to get one interception, but I think Shanahan has finally woken the fuck up and realized that, okay, Jimmy G throwing 35, 40 times in a game isn't the right recipe to win. And even Jimmy G, he's a liability on play action because he just doesn't have awareness of things going on around him, and that can lead to fumbles. So I think the 49ers come in with an ultra-conservative game plan. I think this is going to be more like 75, 80s football than it's going to be like early 90s football. That's how conservative it's going to be. Yes, Jimmy G's going to have some play action. Yes, Deebo Samuel and Kittle will be involved, but I think San Fran runs this a lot, and I have questions about this Cowboys front. Now, this Cowboys offense is potent. This Cowboys offense is the real deal. But the Cowboys offense, they need to have run-pass balance. And I do think Mike McCarthy, he has a tendency to fall in love with the pass. Him and Kellen Moore, they like slanging it 40 times, but you got Zeke the Freak. You got a big, decent offensive line. Why not go forward? Why not keep them off balance? When the Cowboys performed the best on offense, they were running it. But I think they end up throwing it too much, and that opens up Bosa. Bosa's a top 20 player in this league. I think he takes over. And I think this comes down to, what does Micah Parsons do? What does Bosa do? I think the 49ers are able to limit Micah Parsons more than the Cowboys are able to limit Bosa. That's why I like San Fran plus 10. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. Over-under is 50. You can move it up to 57. You can move it up to 60, and I'm going under. I think this is a hard-fought football game, and I know both teams, they come off a little bit finesse. You got Cliff. You got Boy Genius McVay, and it comes off a bit new school. It comes off a bit finesse, but I think the Rams are going to run this 30, 35 times, and I think that's going to milk clock, and I don't think they're going to let Stafford do the things he's been doing the last 6 weeks. And I don't think they want Stafford to try to throw for over 300 because he can do it easily. You saw what he did against the Ravens. You saw what he did against the Cardinals earlier in the year, but whenever Matt Stafford throws it a lot, you're going to get 2 interceptions, and one might be a pick 6 because it's so goddamn bad. But I think this Rams defensive line takes over this game, and that's why I'm going under here, because Kyler's a great player, but Kyler also has the highest degree of difficulty in this league. I don't know if there's a quarterback with a higher degree of difficulty. Is there any quarterback in this league getting less help? Ever since D-Hop's out, where are the dogs? Where's the offensive line? Where's the run game? Where's the coaching? I don't understand what's going through Cliff Kingsbury's head at this point. And I think the Arizona Cardinals will suffer this game because of it. I think the Rams outcoach them. I think the Rams play better defense. And this Cardinals defense, they're going to come the ball. One of the best defensive players in this league is Budda Baker. He's going to cause problems for the Rams. That's another reason why I think it stays under. I'm going under the 57, under the 60, whatever you tease it to. Let me go through the teaser, y'all. We got Tampa Bay -1.5. We got New England +11. We got San Fran +10. We got Zona and the Rams under 57 or under 60, depending how much you tease it. Let's get this money. Live call-in show Friday, 4 Eastern. Thank you for all the support. Share the videos. It's the best gambling show on the internet. Smash that damn like button.